Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy XIII 2 walkthrough. Alright, so we are still in a Dying World 700 AF. Now the majority of the map has opened up to us, and at this point I'm gonna focus on getting all of the treasure spheres in the area. So anyways, we start up at the northern area. Let's see if I can bust out my map here. Just take a look at what we've got. That's are good. Okay. Yeah, so the I'm trying to think of where we're starting out at here. Oh, that's right, we're at. Yeah, okay. Alright. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so I'm probably gonna just try to hug this this wall here. We've got a treasure sphere to collect, and yeah, kind of this little spot up here. As far as monsters for this area, I actually really like. There's a Ravager called the Apotamkin or Apotamkin, something like that. It looks like these guys right here. I think this is it. Let me just see here. Yeah, these guys. All right. So if I remember correctly, these guys have the it's either item scavenger or item collector. And I can't remember which one it is. But I actually ended up capturing one of these, I think, and using it for a while. Just for that ability. I don't remember now. I can't remember if you can give that or infuse that to another monster. I think you can from them specifically. Oh, now. Okay, I don't know if I'm... Oh no, we're good. I thought I might have missed an item, but we're going to the right area still. Unfortunately, these guys have a really low capture rate. It looks like at 2%. So, you know, if you really want one, maybe start busting your fair limits on them. I actually didn't do that, I don't think. I was overconfident in my thought that I would capture one of these with or at a decent rate, but it did not go as planned. I just noticed Mog is still out of phase. Alright, so there's an Obsidian Choker. I don't know, it's another one of a billion, you know, accessories in this game that I didn't use at all. I don't even know what that thing does, to be honest. But alright, anyways, got some more Apotamkins. That sounds right. Goofy names. It's a Final Fantasy. What Final Fantasy game wouldn't be complete, you know, without some goofy named monsters? But all right. You know, though, I say that, but a lot of times, and I've often learned later that like a lot of the names are like either appropriate or like Mandrake. I remember when I first started playing the original Final Fantasy, so I call it Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 3 but that was on Super Nintendo. So technically that's like Final Fantasy 6. Anyways, so there's the Golden Chocobo. Golden Chocobo is a really good commando, if I'm remembering correctly. I actually didn't end up leveling it at all, but my impression was that it was pretty good. But anyways, so Mandrake, another, you know, perfect one. I was like, whatever, 10 years old when I started playing that game. And I just thought, oh, whatever, that's just another goofy, you know, name. No, it's the name of an actual plant. So, cool stuff again, you know. It's 10 years old. 10 years old, Mike learned something. But, alright. Yeah, I don't remember why Mog is still out of phase here. That seems weird. Because this is like the legit world. We're not in the dream world anymore. You know? So, there's probably some storyline stuff that explains it, so I'll just have to be patient. Let's see here. What else here? Oh, so Metallic Cacti. I think I ran into a couple of those around here. And they have an amazing drop called the Hermes Sandals. The Hermes Sandals, just the base version of it, I believe, is critical haste, which is good. But if you level it up, it actually gets auto haste and critical haste. So if you, and I can't remember what item that you need to increase it to the, it'll be the durable Hermes sandals. So I'll be honest, I think, so for most like trash battles, it probably isn't going to do that much good, just because again, we're starting out with haste anyway, you know, if you're getting the jump on these enemies. So the only times that'll really actually be helpful is like boss battles where you can't, you know, get the automatic haste from, you know, getting the jump on them. Whereas I actually think that critical haste is pretty much always useful, and I actually really like that that ability, because I mean, there's a lot of battles where your characters will end up in critical status, so I think that's a really good accessory to have. So there, I tried to reveal that bridge, and it looks like you can't do that yet. And I suspect that's because Mog is not actually in phase or whatever. So anyways, we need to kind of just continue on without. But, yeah. Anyways, so Golden Chocobo, I wanted to actually touch on that just really briefly. The Golden Chocobo is one of, you know, a few, it's something like 8 monsters in the game, but there's only one crystal form. So again, you gotta be really careful with what you do with it. You know, don't screw it up, like, if you're leveling it in a certain way. Now, I guess keep in mind though, that's if you don't have the Snow DLC, so apparently with the Snow DLC, you actually can capture any of the monster crystals that are, or I should say, that were previously a one-time only deal. So again, like, you know, Golden Chocobo, Chi-Chu, Nano Chu, so on and so forth, Silver Chocobo. But again, if you've got the Snow DLC, you don't have to worry about that. You can get more if you really want. But, you know, I guess still be wary, because some of those are actually, you know, they can be tough to get. You'll have to farm if you screw something up or whatever. So again, Golden Chocobo is one of those. So keep that in mind, and you have been warned. Right. Anyways, all right, let's continue on here.
I gotta thank you for not forgetting about me. You're the reason we've made it this far.
Come on, Noel. You're not just the future boy anymore. You're a part of my time period as well now.
Okay. I like their little back and forth there. Sarah calling Noel future boy. Superhero name. Kind of is a superhero. Kind of. Still no Apatamkin. I've crushed a ton of those now. So again, that's definitely reflecting the 2% capture rate. And I don't have the fragment skill yet that allows you to, or that you obtain monster crystals more frequently. I think it increases it by, was it 20%? So, you know, it's kind of a big thing. And obviously it really helps on these. There's not that many creatures in the game that have a really bad capture rate like this. Again, you know, at 2%, that's almost as bad as, actually that might be as bad as you can get. I don't know if there's anything with a base rate of 1%. I'm not sure. But, so technically that would be worse. Not by much, but that would be worse. So, alright, anyways. Running into a bunch of flan. Alright, so here is the, I don't know, this is like the destroyed village or something. And here is where the, unfortunately, where the Seath encounters start taking place. So, there is a somewhat important item here that I think that you can get from these Strigwees or whatever these things are. So it's the rare drop though, which is the segmented carapace. And I don't remember what that actual item was for. It might be for, I think they're for weapons actually. I'm pretty sure they're for weapons. So you can take a look. One of them I think is like the hunter's knife or something like that. I assume that's for Noel. I don't remember what the bow is for Sarah. But, I don't know. To be honest, I really prefer these ATB, or the weapons with the ATB rate on them. And if I remember correctly, I don't think those had it, but they might. So, I don't know, maybe hopefully one of these videos I'll go take a look at Chocolina's shop again. And so as I was saying that, of course, so I had to actually take a look. And those weapons that require the segmented carapace actually are ATB charged weapons. And it looks like they're the ATB charge plus 35%. So technically, they would be a upgrade over what I've got. So, I don't know. It's hard to argue whether or not I should have stopped to farm those, but I don't know. I actually have access to better ones from Arcalt Steppe. I'm fairly certain at this point my characters were strong enough to take down the immortal enemy, which probably wasn't appropriately named now that I think about it, but he drops for sure, like the Romulus and Remus is the name of Noel's weapon, which is the ATB plus 50%. So, again, I don't actually think that this would have been a good place to farm for those items, or the segmented carapace, because I was already capable of taking down, the enemies that had better weapons, to be frank. So, anyways, if you feel like you can't take that down, or if you try and it doesn't work out, the immortal that is, you could, I guess, then farm here instead, and get yourself at least some upgraded ATB charge weapons if you are so inclined. I know not everybody likes those, but I don't know. There's something about being able to attack faster that I really like. Then on top, it's not even just attacking faster, but I feel like just because of the way that this game works with the chain bonus gauge and stuff, that I just think that it's kind of better to kind of go that route. But anyways, all right. So I was trying to. Oh, that's right. Okay, so because Mog is still out of phase, I wasn't able to throw him down the well right there, using the Moogle throw. So again, now unfortunately, we're actually not able to collect all of the treasures at this point. So, a little annoying, but soon enough, everything will be back to normal. Actually, within the next, probably a couple minutes here, and. There actually is some more treasures scattered throughout the village here that I just decided to skip over, because I knew because Mog was out of phase here, we weren't going to be able to bring some of them out of phase. I can't remember if there's a whole lot of them, but again, even just because I couldn't throw Mog down the well there to get I forget which fragment that is down there, but anyways, alright, so it looks like I make a liar of myself when I come and grab this treasure sphere back here. This one's kind of out of this, like super out of the way, so I figured, I'll just grab it right now. There we go. Power essences, totally worth it. Probably not, actually. I don't think I use those for anything. But anyways, all right. So we've got some more, storyline stuff, and I will start the commentary again right after we are done.
Look! Yule saw the future that Noel fights to protect. She believed that someday they would see each other once more.
You don't have to cry. We will meet again.
Yule. I promise I'll never say I regret knowing you. Not anymore. I'm not going to rest until I find him again.
That's right.
Come on, let's change the future.
The Oracle Drive.
Hey,
He's back!
I think he got scared and was hiding here all the time.
The spirit of Mog had been sealed up somewhere inside the Void Beyond. Although he could see everything we did, he couldn't make us see him. He said lightning came to rescue him, and that's how he got back to us. Then, Mog told us he had a message from my sister. It was the truth about Caius.
We need to talk, Kupo. We need to talk, Kupo. 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 I'll tell you about Caius, Kupo. I have a message from Lightning, Kupo. We need to talk, Kupo. 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 I'll tell you about Caius, Kupo.
Mog, tell us what you know.
Kupo. I know all about Caius, Kupo. The Farseer Guardians were given a mission. They had to protect the Cirrus. They were l'Cie, Kupo.
The Guardians were servants of the Fal'Cie. Can that really be true? Does that mean Caius is a l'Cie?
Not anymore, Kupo. He was saved by the goddess. Etro freed him, and he's not a l'Cie anymore, Kupo.
That's exactly what happened to me and Lightning. We were l'Cie, and the goddess intervened to free us.
Kupo. But Caius became immortal too. He's lived for centuries and centuries at the side of the Cirrus. He protects her always, the Undying Guardian, Kupo.
He's heard every prophecy that the Cirrus has seen. He knows the entire timeline. Those memories and his immortality give him tremendous power. Someone like him could easily move through history and bend and mold events as he wants.
Kupo.
So, he's been plotting for centuries.
Yes. He's been behind everything from the very beginning. Now we know who the enemy is. It's up to us to stop him.
Where did my sister go? After she helped you, I mean.
She's waiting for you, at the end of time, Kupo.
So I guess this is how dreams end.
No. This is just the beginning.
Kupo! Kupo!
I've traveled the world of dreams, and at last I know the truth. It doesn't matter how tough the going gets now. I know I can face any challenge. I found it, Lightning. Hope. In the midst of despair.
Okay, so to sum that up, Caius used to be a l'Cie. The goddess Etro intervened and saved him, and he's been apparently plotting for centuries. Again, it seems a little weird that that Noel wouldn't know some of this, but I guess if you were planning crazy events like Caius was, maybe he wouldn't share that with other people. So, okay, I guess. But anyways, alright, so let's keep heading on here. We've got the next area, which is New Bodham. I think this is 700 AF.
Is this my village?
Kupo?
It looks a lot like my era.
I wonder if anyone is here.
Let's look.
Kupo!
Okay, so yes, this is New Bodham 700 AF. We've got, I think, something hidden back here. On the other side, though. So New Bodum 700 AF again is a little bit different than Sarah's Dream World version. There's some similarities, but not, not quite exactly the same. Obviously, we can't. There's no gate here where the gate was in her Dream World. I don't know. What did I do there? I definitely saw that thing floating there. I'm not really sure why I didn't try to get that. I'm gonna have to look again.
No doubt about it. This is your village. But the time period, this is far into the future after mankind is gone.
This can't be the fate the world is moving towards.
Look at that. Looks like some sort of distortion.
Alright, so the reason why I didn't use the Mog Throw, I couldn't use the Mog Throw, I just watched it again. I was getting the, the can't use Mog indicator, and I think...
Lightning? What are you doing here?
Sorry, I think that was because it was a live trigger, or a live event going on.
Is that really you, Lightning?
Do you doubt me? No, it's good to doubt. You're growing up.
I knew it. It is you, isn't it? I've been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been? What was that dream you made me see? Why did you make me come out here?
Just listen, Sarah. I'll explain everything. Everything that's happened to me in the past, and about the one who wants to destroy the future. More than one miracle took place that day. Cocoon was saved by Fang and Vanille's sacrifice. We awoke from our crystal sleep, and our brands were gone. It was Etro's blessing that was our salvation. A gate opened into the unseen realm, and through it, the goddess gifted us with her mercy.
Know what that is, Dodge? That's our home, Cocoon. Must be your first time seeing it from the outside, huh?
Yeah.
Cocoon.
Daddy!
It reminded me of you, and why I had to go on.
I felt a whirlwind of emotions.
You're the reason I'm standing here.
A large part of it was happiness, and relief was there too.
I mean, hey, if I don't...
But somewhere inside, I still felt uneasy. Vanille and Fang were gone, and the world hung in silence. Our fight had just ended, but I couldn't relax. A new battle was about to begin. What is that? Watch out! The events of that day tore open a portal to another world.
Get off me!
And from the depths of the rift appeared a darkness that had no place in our world. An irresistible force that dragged me away to the edge of time. The screams of the dying had unlocked a gate. A door that led directly to the throne of the goddess. Etro waited beyond the gate and sent her miracles to the human world. But a creeping darkness slipped through and threatened to devour our reality. Etro closed the gate and warped the timeline. Time's flow was altered, and existence itself was distorted. I was lost. The darkness caught me in its embrace and wrote me out of history. Where am I? Valhalla. Beyond time. Beyond life and death. A netherworld of shifting gloom. The chaotic realm of the goddess Etro. What power had brought me to this alien shore? From Valhalla's heart, I could track the entire span of time. I gazed upon the future of mankind and sensed Etro's divine will. The goddess was fading away. If her spirit should cease to be, the world would descend into entropy. I made my choice. I will fight. This man, Caius Ballad, he seeks to destroy all hope and bring an end to the future. Though the battle might be endless, I will never give up. Etro has chosen us, her champions, and we cannot fail.
It all started with Valhalla, is that right? Whatever came from there created the paradoxes. Caused the gates to appear, and twisted the timeline.
Lightning, what did you see?
I don't know. It was an enormous power, something that shouldn't exist in this world. Only Etro can control the power and keep it contained in Valhalla. If she were to disappear, there would be nothing to stop it. And that's what Caius wants. He plans to find Etro sleeping in her temple, kill her, and release the power. The chaos would be unleashed into the world of humans, into our world, through the unseen gate.
A gate?
When a person dies, her soul flies to the other world and passes through that portal. If a great many people die at once, the gate must open wide to let them through.
For example, if Cocoon should fall.
Exactly. It would be unstoppable. The power of chaos would gush through the gate like floodwater through a broken dam.
What would happen to the world then?
Chaos would infect everything. It would become pure entropy, without life, or death, or time.
No life or death. You mean like Valhalla? That's what Caius is after! If he can bring down Cocoon, millions of people would die, and the power of chaos would turn this world into another Valhalla.
Yes. Caius is trying to create a world where time does not exist. If he can erase time.
Yule would be saved, and not just Yule. All the Seeresses down through the ages. They'd be released from their curse. He wants to sacrifice Cocoon to rebuild the world in Valhalla's image, all for the sake of Yule.
That's why you were fighting Caius in Valhalla. You're protecting Etro.
We have to face Caius on two fronts, in Valhalla and in the world of humans. If we don't, we won't be able to change the future. I can't do it on my own. I need your help.
Lightning then told us what would happen to Cocoon. In 500 AF, the old Cocoon would collapse and fall into pulse, the crystal pillar no longer strong enough to support it. By that time, Hope and the Academy would have completed the new Cocoon, but when they attempted to launch it, Caius would intervene. He would smash it into the old Cocoon and bring them both down. So we have to travel to 500 AF and stop Caius from destroying Cocoon.
If we can change this prophecy, then the true timeline will finally be restored.
Yes. Everything will depend on you. I have to go to Valhalla and stop Caius there. Can you do it?
We can do it.
Right. Your good luck charm will show the way.
Kupo! Leave it to me, Kupo!
Lightning, we'll be able to be together again, right? When all this is over?
One thing at a time, Sarah.
The truth is, I didn't want to let her go. I'd come so far to find her, I was afraid to lose her again. But I had to be strong, for her sake. She had her own battles ahead of her. So I swallowed the words I wanted to say and hid my fear. It was the hardest thing I ever did.
Okay, so we now finally get the advanced Moogle hunt, and that will be able to reveal previous things that we weren't able to. But anyways, a lot of stuff to unpack from the cutscene there. I think the most important takeaway was that if the goddess's spirit fails, the world will fall into entropy. So, you know, we need to make sure that that doesn't happen. And, you know, obviously we're trying to stop Caius and his machinations. So in order to do that, we need to head to 500 AF, apparently, which is apparently pretty important for accomplishing that task. So it won't be too much longer, and we will do that. So, anyways, it looks like we've got a bit more of the l'Cie enemies here in this this little area here. And I think this is the, yeah, we've got some hidden stuff here too. We've got, I think this is a fragment here. Yeah. Oh, alright, so we're gonna have to Moogle throw this. Seems weird, it's like right there. And of course, we get into a fight right away. Okay, so that's the fragment, the Lapasian board or something like that. So, one down. Alright, yeah, just looking at my stats right now, I definitely would be able to take the immortal enemy right now. For sure. Anyways, alright, so let's keep going on here. Oh my gosh, all kinds of stuff. And there was a segmented carapace, so I got a little bit lucky with that battle. I believe it takes 3 of those, though, for the weapon, or for one of the weapons. So, you know, if you want both of them, you would have to get 6 supplies for your access code. Okay. Ah, okay, so that's Hope's message.
A message?
Greetings, Sarah in the future. Can you hear me? I'm sending you the access codes for the supply spheres. The final battle with your ultimate nemesis draws near. I hope the contents are of some use to you.
Good old Hope. He's still helping us fight.
I guess the future is in our hands now. This is the last artifact. Let's go. We know Lightning's got our backs. Over there, Mom.
Lightning can't remain beyond the boundaries of Valhalla for long.
But still, I was finally able to talk with her. And it's all thanks to Noel.
Let's go keep Hope's new cocoon in one piece. If we pull it off, then Lightning can return fully to a restored world. Giddy up.
Ah! You there! Are you lost too? I don't know how I ended up here, and I can't seem to find a way out. I really need your help to get out of this bind. First, buy something from my shop. Then, look for an exit so I can get out of here.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt the characters there, but Chocolina obviously is out of phase here. Alright, so here I'm just buying random stuff that I don't plan on using. But, Yeah, I think the Nomad's machete is the one that uses the segmented carapaces.
Love you! And find that exit. Stat!
Love you. Anyways, all right. So the codes there that we got from Hope's message, that actually unlocks a box in the Colosseum, but I can't remember now. But it might only be in the DLC version of the Colosseum. Again, don't take my word for that though. I don't know because when I actually went into the DLC version of the Colosseum, there was a treasure box there, and I just opened it. But I don't remember now, or what I didn't try was going into the regular version of the Colosseum first, just to check if if there was a box there or not. So again, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a bunch of like monster upgrade materials in that box, which I hope I've got footage of, but I feel like I don't. So I guess now is as appropriate a time as any to point that out. So alright, here's our, we did get our artifact there for the gate, and then what was in here? I don't remember. Oh, the map. Okay, pretty useful. Oh, okay. I thought that there was only Seath enemies here. That's not the case, apparently. Or I was gonna say maybe it changes, like partway through. We'll see here. Because I do know we need to go back to the beginning area and grab whatever chest that was, or treasure box. Oh, we got something else back here. Oh my gosh, this place is just loaded with stuff. Phoenix Blood. I've literally never used those. I think it's like a Phoenix Down, but maybe for everybody, or like a Phoenix Down plus some sort of heal. It's probably like all HP or something crazy. Anyways, alright, so here's the box that I didn't grab initially. Cartesian board. Alright, so there's one more fragment for us. Cha-ching. Anyways, alright, I am completely out of time, so as always, hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.